All right, kids. It's Saturday night. You know what that means? It means it's time for the usual suspects to take the stage. What is cooking? I am AA Ron. Y'all know me as Fourzze FX. And tonight, we're just going to be kicking back with some of our boys and just chilling out doing our thing. Not sure how long we're going to run this thing, but glad to do this nonetheless. Kind of been a while since we've had a regular chill stream, so to my right on the screen, we got our boy Harry from Harry Solo Fonts.
Howdy, howdy. How you doing, sir?
Doing fan freaking tastic. Dude, where's your camera? Your new camera. Are you using your new camera?
Well, I got both of them set up. There's my Saber cam. It's on the that's for my close and personal Saber view, and then this is my webcam. But I just have it zoomed in right now because I got the TV going in the other half of my room, and I don't want to get copyright striked, you know.
Gotcha. To the south of us, we have Canada's own Jeremy from Moon's Custom Armory.
Howdy. How's it going?
Fan freaking tastic. And the leader, the president, the emperor of the Facebook group Lightsaber Society or Sanctuary, we have Mr. Aaron. What's up, dude?
What up? The other AA Ron.
The other AA Ron.
Other
You got lots of AA Rons.
We have three. There's freaking three of us. Oh my god. So, the first question of the night, because the suspects have not even gotten to this subject yet. Kenobi.
Kenobi.
It's almost here.
So here's my first question. Was the preview, was the trailer what you guys expected it to be?
Yes.
Is it what I expected the trailer to be, or what I expect the show to be?
The content. Did you expect to see some of the folks that we've seen thus far?
Yeah. As far as the trailer and the delivery goes, I think it was kind of perfect. What they teased at, what they showed us. I think there's going to be more, and I'm excited for that too. So,
given the frame of time, I was surprised, but I shouldn't have been surprised at all of the Rebels content. I mean, this is going to be leading straight into Rebels, because here come the Inquisitors, and I think Filoni and Favreau want to really correlate and make a big deal out of all of Vader's and the Emperor's right-hand saber-wielding Inquisitorius. So that's going to be a major thing.
They better bring Mara Jade into it.
We'll see.
Well, you look at that era in that time frame. You have the Rebels series. You've got the Fallen Order games. Both have Inquisitors in them. So obviously, like, the Inquisitors are a big part of that era, that time frame.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's what I was excited to see is they threw in. You got to see some live action versions of some cartoon Inquisitors, plus a new one.
Mm-hmm.
I always, anytime I see something like and it kind of looked off, and I'm just gonna hit this one on with the Grand Inquisitor. There's always going to be a difference between something that's live action and a cartoon.
Yeah.
And you know,
Inquisitor.
It's not like all humans look alike as well. So,
yep.
It's I thought the Grand Inquisitor looked amazing. Personally, who was the guy? Rupert Friend or is playing him? I think. I think that he nailed the voice as far as I'm concerned. Like, he did a very good version of what was it? Jason Isaacs, I think, played the Grand Inquisitor in Rebels.
Yeah.
So I thought he played it very well. We got 2 minutes of, was it 6 episodes? So I'd say 45 minutes to an hour long each, maybe 30 minutes. I don't know.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'd say
Standard
30
Disney Plus feature length.
Yeah, like was it 35 to 40 minutes? I think is what they've been averaging, and it was well done. If I'm actually kind of glad to see Owen Lars back in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, same actor too.
And, well, the original actor is playing Owen Lars. I think that's great because we're going to see probably see the reason why Owen hates the hermit in the freaking what happened at that time period to make him go stay away from this guy type of thing. So,
and about what you said with the rebel stuff, they said they made the characters in that show like almost caricaturistic, like really exaggerated in their features. So it would make sense that they're not going to look like that in live action.
Also, I had seen something the other day that it was pretty cool that they brought in Black Chrysanthemum in Book of Boba Fett, because that's actually Kenobi saved the Lars family from Black Chrysanthemum because the Empire, the Empire hired Chrysanthemum to go find Luke, because obviously the Emperor knew that Luke was alive, but didn't want to send the Inquisitors or anything like that to give. So he sent Chrysanthemum, and ended up Chrysanthemum found him. Obi-Wan saved him from Chrysanthemum. So it's pretty cool that Chrysanthemum's on Tatooine at obviously later on in the series, but it's still pretty cool to see them bring that character into the story.
Takes place on Tatooine, or are we going to see multiple planets besides obviously Vader's Inquisitor Tower and stuff like that? And
right, I'm just saying it was when you were talking about how the Lars family was kind of like stay away from Ben. He's that, and I forgot the reason behind that, but there was like a riff in the family, but then that was kind of it didn't really heal the family, but it made them kind of be like, okay, Kenobi isn't really that crazy, because he did save them from Chrysanthemum. But that was, so they might bring that up. I don't know.
It just looks so good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure it's going to be fantastic, as as per usual that we've been seeing with the Disney Plus shows. I mean, the Mandalorian's going to be fun. I heard a rumor that they cast Christopher Lloyd in the Mandalorian season 3.
Great Scott!
Exactly.
I mean, okay, I'll take it.
Honestly, at this point, it's pretty much a hey, you want to be in Star Wars type of thing. People are probably living out their fantasies as like, hey, I can now be in Star Wars. Just
I've heard Samuel Jackson's like begging to come back.
Well, yeah, and Ming-Na Wan was like a huge Star Wars fan, and she was like wishing she could get into Star Wars, and now look at where she's is like stapled character and everything.
I'm kind of hoping they bring back Bill Burr.
Me too.
He had a really good character.
Well, that's the thing, is you don't introduce a character like that and not give him an ending, or at least a good
I mean, they gave him a good ending. They're like, hey, you can go be free, but it was just how they left it. It's like he could really. I mean, they could leave it, but I mean, he's got such a cool character that they could do something with it.
His arc is definitely got like
Potential.
it was really good. Yeah, like how he starts off just hired gun, and kind of a throwaway type of character to someone who you're like, had probably one of the better episodes in season 2 as well.
It's like the anti-hero becomes one of the heroes.
Oh well, you can and his thoughts on the Empire and everything are
Right.
freaking cool. It's like, I know we're in the middle of a base surrounded by Imperials, but this guy's pissing me off, so I'm just gonna shoot him because he's like.
Now I keep seeing people speculate we're gonna get like a Cal Kestis appearance, or what do you guys think? Cal Kestis?
Well, they did merge Rebels in when Ezra met Obi-Wan.
Yes.
Yeah.
True.
So I don't know if they'll bring in Cal, because he didn't know. Based on the story that's out, he was still really young when 66 took place, and then he was hiding the entire time. And then after that, he was with what's her face, Seer,
yeah,
trying to find the Force sensitives or whatever. But we don't really know where exactly in the timeline that is.
Well, this thing was 5 years, 6 years after. I think it's 5 years after.
Was it 5-6 years
after the end of episode 3?
Okay.
Yeah, Luke's looking to be 5 or 6 or something like that in this.
Yeah.
So
It's possible.
if you're adding that, Cal Kestis is in his what looks to be like say 18 to 22
right
in this game. So, and he probably wasn't more than maybe 10 or something like that when Order 66 happened, I'd say.
Right. 10 to 12.
I think he's still in hiding, so I don't think we're going to see him unless it's very, very passing of
Right.
So
him in hiding.
we know, because we know there's only 10 Inquisitors, like brothers and sisters, 10 or so.
Roughly.
Is that a title that gets recycled, or was it did they get one and then the second?
All of them are former Padawans or Force sensitives that Vader came across. So,
or they were taken from the Temple Guards.
Yeah, like the Grand Inquisitor was a Temple Guard. Second Sister was a Padawan.
Yeah.
Ninth Sister is, I forget where she was from, but I mean,
because we know
they've had 3. 2 were killed by Maul in Rebel. 1 died because his helicopter thing broke, which you could probably say was by Maul, and
that's the one I'm doing a font for right now, actually.
And then Second Sister, which was Second Sister and Ninth Sister were both in Fallen Order 1.
Yeah.
I would say the Ninth Sister's still alive. She's just missing her hand because you didn't really see her technically die. She just got thrown.
Who's the Inquisitor or Inquisitors that Ahsoka killed for her sabers?
She never killed them. She defended herself and got away. I don't think she killed any of them, though. Did she?
Well, that's where she got her crystals from for her sabers, and then purified them with white. Because they were Inquisitor blades. And then she took the crystals from those sabers and purified them.
The thing is, you could be looking at the 2 in this show, but I don't think they mentioned which ones they were taking from. So, but Ahsoka's around at this time.
Oh, yeah.
You're not technically Maul is around but I doubt you'll actually see him unless it's a very much behind the scenes.
I've heard there's talk
more
that
along
Paris
the
Coffee might have been turned into one of the Inquisitors, but it's not really confirmed.
well, Maul is more around it with the underworld type of thing at this time, so he's still alive, but he's looking for Kenobi. He may have something where he's trying to find him and gets misled and goes the wrong direction, and maybe kills an Inquisitor at the time too. So
gets his saber.
Well, yeah, exactly.
No,
You're right.
Be really
because
cool.
The saber that he has during Solo.
Yeah, because Maul has an Inquisitor saber.
How did he end up with it? That's the other thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good point. So
this is going to be one of those series, and I already know they're going to do it, but this is going to be one of those series that crossovers and special guest characters are just not going to be necessary. I know they're going to do it.
No,
I know they're going to do it.
I'll be happy with this if they don't do any of it, right? Like, kind of the only kinds of things I want to see is just at the very end of episode 3 where he's learning to talk to Qui-Gon Jinn. I kind of want to see that happen. But other than that, I mean,
the rematch of the century, apparently.
Yeah. I'd like to see him, come across Vader in his other form. Right? It kind of got me with it.
He's more machine now than man.
Well, that was in Return of the Jedi, and you're like, well, question is, how did he know that? Unless he, found it figuring basically by his Force Ghost version, but the only way I could see him doing it is he encountered him again.
Learning it through Qui-Gon. Yeah.
Right? So. But they already said that they're going to do a rematch, so, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I honestly think that's the only time he's going to ignite his saber.
You think so?
Yeah.
Either that or the chrysanthem thing.
It'll be like a very, very rare event, I think.
Well, yeah, because, the entire time... I was doing some reading on it, and the entire time that Kenobi was in hiding, like, he didn't cut himself off totally from the Force, but, like, he literally was, like, didn't use the saber, didn't use the Force. He was just straight up, because he knew if he did, that Luke would be found.
Very much like, Kanan and Jarrus, right?
Yeah.
He's
I have to protect this kid
for a while, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh, but we're just going to show everybody what's going to happen here, and he does his lightsaber thing, so that's sort of, it's a, on Cal Kestis, he never pulled his lightsaber until he was forced to. So, and obviously he went into hiding for a long time, so. Yeah, it's going to be I just think it's going to be a very fun series. I'm just glad to see Ewan McGregor back in this character again.
Yeah.
Because, other than Maul during the Rebels thing, there wasn't much about him that they show other than the comics and stuff, so. But, and, yeah, it'd be nice to see these little stories play out.
And, honestly, where will they go from here? I mean, we've got the next Bad Batch, which I gotta admit, Bad Batch was kind of hard to sit through at certain points. Not because of the story writing or the acting or whatever. I can nitpick at tiny little things, but just overall, generally, it was just hard to sit through it. It was just hard to sit through it. Like, it just got boring at a few points.
It was also one of those ones, it kind of just ended. Right? I was kind of going, okay, when's the next episode? And that was kind of, it ended. I'm like, oh. So they're definitely doing a second one on this. So
eventually we're going to have the entire story between the end of episode 3 and the beginning of episode 4. Like at some point we're going to have the whole friggin' thing.
And we had Rogue One and everything, so that was like the big tie-in to episode 4. Don't forget, you also got your Death Star being built.
Yep.
During this time,
we got Death Star. You've also got, and you know, there's the big mystery on where is the Emperor, what is he doing? We know that he is, I guess, pre-Rebels and during Rebels, he's actively, you know, doing his Force witchcraft stuff, and he's getting the, what is it called, the World Between Worlds. He's he's prepping for that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. Washer.
Yeah, it's definitely there's a lot of. This has got a lot of setup, but this is kind of one of those stories that we're definitely wanting to see what happens.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I need to see where the name Ben comes from.
Yeah.
Even though we know the ending, I'm already still psyched to watch it.
Well, don't forget, we know a lot of endings on these things, right?
Yeah. The juicy tidbits in the middle is what we want.
Yep.
Like,
the ending is Emperor Palpatine is all the Sith and Rey is all the Jedi. There you go.
Stop it.
There's the ending. There's the ending of Star Wars.
Yeah, the ending. Yeah, the sabers get buried in the sand.
The sabers get buried in the sand. Rey has the yellow lightsaber and is the guardian of all the Jedi secrets.
As soon as we said buried in the sand, we lost a viewer.
Because I started talking about the latest prequel or sequels. They're like, nope, they're talking about the new ones. I'm going.
Pass.
Oh man.
I'll be happy with whatever they give us right now. I mean,
I'll take it.
we just look at it this way. We went into, what was it, 2099, 2002. When was episode 3? 2004? 2005.
Oh.
So 2005.
Like that, yeah.
In 2005, there was zero prospects of any Star Wars ever coming out again. In live action, yeah, we had the cartoon, we had the Clone Wars going, but no live action shows at all.
Yeah, George was done.
Yeah, he was done. There was no live action at all planned. And now we've got, since then, we've had the sequel trilogy. We've had Solo. We've had Rogue One. We've had Mandalorian seasons 1 and 2. We've had a Book of Boba Fett. We got to see Luke post episode 6.
Yeah.
Between him, but we also got to see him, like, the big thing with him was, especially to show how powerful Luke was you have Mando fighting
Luke's hallway scene.
Kicked by one Dark Trooper and barely making it out of that fight. Right?
Yep.
And you have Luke wipe them all out. Right?
So
we see that.
Why don't we camp there for a few minutes? So let's go back to Book of Boba, to the episode where little baby Yoda is getting trained.
Yeah.
So honestly, because I've heard opinions from all across the spectrum. Do you like how Luke turned out? After listening to him, the way he talks to little Grogu, the choice that he offers him, how finite he is, how black and white he is. Do we like how Luke turned out?
No.
What you're seeing, I think, is you're seeing someone who he's very powerful. he just defeated the 2 people that wiped out the Jedi Order. Like, wiped them out. Whether it was with an army or not. Vader and the Emperor took out everybody.
Mm-hmm.
His only training were 2 people that one wanted to train him, the other one didn't.
Yeah.
As much as Yoda trained him, it felt very reluctant. So you've also got a Jedi at this time that has no one to call him on whatever he is. Right? You had no one to say, hey, you're going too far. No trainer to, be that voice in his ear. Right? I mean, you could probably argue that those Force ghosts would probably have some sort of input, but who knows, right?
So then let's go to Ahsoka. All right. So
Okay.
Ahsoka is there on that planet with him. Ahsoka is watching him train this kid, or show this kid a few lessons, and Ahsoka never stopped him. Ahsoka never said no, don't give him that choice, or Ahsoka never said, you're kind of in a gray spot. She never told him anything. Just you remind me of your father. That's it. Like there was no Jedi wisdom, Force wisdom passed down to Luke. Just look at your dreamy eyes. You look like your father. That's so nice.
I think at the same time, though, I don't
Jedi
think
is flawed as well.
Yeah, I don't think she really thought it was her place because she left the Order.
And she also sees the Jedis as flawed.
Yes.
So,
yeah,
the
only thing I thought was a little strange was the delivery of how it seems like he sounds almost more like a Jedi Knight on the Council pre-Order 66, like in how he talks, and especially how he talks to Baby Grogu and stuff. He talks like somebody who's sat on the Council for like 10, 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
Which is cool, but it's like, why? I mean, I don't see Luke doing that because there's no reference for him to do that. I mean, he's always been that farm boy who kind of elevated to greatness.
So we're 6 years in, and that attitude is kind of what made me think he's already read and studied the texts.
He must have.
Page turners, they were not.
He must have by that point, because
like he's probably taking them things literally.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
but it almost seems like he's forgotten, like kind of what you said. He's taken them literally, but forgotten what he's learned through life lessons.
He's also kind of got a little bit of PTSD.
Oh, well, yeah, obviously. I mean,
right.
He had to off his father and, watch,
I would say he's more along the lines of going, here's what happened. Maybe overcompensating.
Mm-hmm.
So, taking those texts, maybe especially reading about attachment. His whole thing is he doesn't want the whole attachment thing is, even though the attachment was the thing that brought Vader back. He still fears it. Just look at what he did to Kylo Ren.
Right.
Yeah.
The first Kylo Ren showed nothing. He sensed it. That's all he did was sense that.
At the same time, we as viewers are able to see the whole story.
Exactly.
Whereas they are not.
Yeah.
We're able to see the beginning, middle, and end because we know it. So we know what happens with Kylo. We know, so we're able to be like, Luke, how are you so dumb? Why do you not see this? It's like, well, because he can't. He doesn't see it at the time.
Does
Like,
Luke ever learn why Vader or his father turned? Like, does he ever learn the full story?
Outside of that vague story that Obi-Wan gave him in Episode 6, I'm not really sure.
Yeah,
like it's not like he has access to all the recordings of him slaying younglings or anything,
Right. No.
Well, yeah. Don't forget.
Well, hang on. Ahsoka could have told him about all the temptation. Like she should have given him the story during the Clone Wars of how his father was, which
she could have told him about his mother.
Also true.
She knew Padme like on a personal level.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm surprised there was no callbacks to that at all.
Yeah.
That'd be too much fan service. They'd be like, people would just be. Ah!
Well, that's what. Well, as soon as Hayden hits the screen, every Star Wars fangirl is gonna freak. I mean, we already know
right
that's
back
coming.
in time, 15 years ago.
Yep. Brought you here to kill me.
Yeah. And like what Jeff just said too. I mean, Luke wrestles with the dark side as well. I mean, because he's got that in him. So it's, he's really trying to walk that fine line of, do I give in to this or do I try and stay on the light side?
Yeah.
So he's he's overcompensating with the light side versus walking that duality between the two.
Mm-hmm.
That chain wrap around that pommel looks dope.
Oh, thanks. This is
2 chains.
2 chains.
My emitter for my
Oh, okay.
This is I'll show you this one to you. This is my Divinium Customs Crimson class. I will be installing this with my Profi eventually. But yeah, I went with I kind of give it I went with like a Mad Max type of feel.
Yeah, I like that.
This is my pommel though.
Dang, dude.
Man, it almost reminds me of like a medieval mace.
Exactly. This is actually a 3D printed Yoda skull.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
Right. So I have that.
That is crazy.
Fastened inside, and then got another chain on the end of it as well. And then we got inlaid. This is all wood veneer that I put inside it.
Wow.
So this is going to be my first personal Profi.
Dang, man. That's impressive. I'm sorry, I saw that. I had to say something.
No, I'm looking forward to installing this. So I just got all the chassis parts the other day, so I also have one more Yoda skull. When they ordered it, came with 2, so it's just this little thing. Found it on Etsy. Comes painted and everything.
That's disturbing, kind of.
It is, but it was like, I saw that. I'm like, I wonder how big they are. And so I ordered the pair. I'm like, I wonder how it's going to turn out. And when I fit it inside the pommel, I'm like, wow, this fit perfect. Like, it fit perfect inside that pommel.
Hell yeah.
So I just got one more and don't know what to do with it yet. It may get, I may have I have a flagship.
I'll check you out with your KR.
I may end up like making a sister saber out of this and the skull I'll cut it down and probably fit it somewhere around here on the emitter. I don't know. I'm still up in the air on that one. So
honestly, I think at this point, the KR flagship is probably the most sold custom saber in the community. It has to
Yeah,
be. With
I think
all
so.
of the projects that people have done, like I can imagine Pete Sandoval and Snyderhand have got to be like, if I do one more friggin' flagship, I'm gonna throw these things in the freaking ocean. I'm done with these.
I've got two of them.
Do you?
I have two. I got one that I'll make probably a sister saber, and the other one I'm probably going to go with the make it into an Orgis did.
Ooh, an Orgiston.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So, I mean, it's a very close saber to that. So, yeah.
So, comment section, you guys who are still here, plus people on the screen. We got a couple of saber guys on the screen. We got a couple of font makers on the screen. So, our boy Harry is literally, as of late, been knocking it out of the park. Like you got to be sleeping under a rock if you have not seen the fire that this guy, Repulse, Syndicate, and Reaver's Arsenal has been dropping lately. I mean, it's been awesome. It's been awesome.
Appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Absolutely. And my return is nigh. We're literally days away at this point. Once all my uploads are done, we go live, and I'm back.
I'm looking forward to you relaunching yourself. That's gonna be sick.
It's gonna be fun. I'll tell you what. Oh, good God, I'm ready.
The long-awaited return.
I'm ready, but I'm not ready because normally when folks come back from a hiatus, they've got like 2 or 3, 4 new fonts to show, and I've got like 1 or 2. But you know, I've been gone for different reasons. I didn't leave to work on fonts and then make this grandiose return. I left to work on me. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, man, that's awesome though.
That's kind of how that goes. But no, we've had a couple pretty grand returns so far, and a lot of fire has been. Honestly, there's been a lot of fire that's been dropped here in the past, I want to say, month, and 70% of it has not gotten the credit I believe it deserves. But that's just one man's opinion. Max, I wait for your triumphant return. Aw, thanks, Max. But no, the question is, so moving forward, what kinds of stuff besides Kenobi do you want to see from creators? Like what kind of things, you know, either different renditions of or something new?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Do folks want to see? Comment section, chime in. What do you want to see moving forward? What's something that hasn't been tackled that you would like to see tackled? I understand N1 is a popular subject right now, and Juan Sith just dropped it. Matter of fact,
badass font, man.
Yeah.
N1? Sorry,
Yeah, N1 Starfighter, like from Mandalorian. Or, sorry,
yeah.
Book of Boba Fett, I guess.
Yeah.
The pseudo Mandalorian season.
Mandalorian 2.5.
2.8. Yeah.
No, that's an awesome font. I want to say personally more Smiths make fonts of that because there's so much room for kind of creativity on that. I mean, we heard very little of it, and just because it's like a found parts craft, I mean, it's cobbled together from so many different components. You could highlight any element of that and make it into a really unique font.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
What do I want to see? I would love, like, I kind of like that. Yeah, there's a lot of in-universe stuff. I still love a lot of the outer universe stuff that are, you know, just play on fonts that wouldn't normally be in Star Wars. I kind of want to see I know it's old and not people played it before, but the Mass Effect Vibroblade or whatever it is.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm a huge Mass Effect fan, right?
Like the orange.
Yeah, the Omniblade.
Yeah.
Omniblade.
Omnitool. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Like when they turn that into a weapon.
That's
in
awesome.
In the next, I was just like, "Are you kidding me?" That is awesome.
I remember I respec'd into a character that was proficient with that just for that. I was like, oh, okay. I gotta just do all Omni stuff now. Like that's gonna be my life.
I'll tell you what, one thing that I am looking forward to from this guy in the next, I want to say month, hopefully, is an Elden Ring font. Because I know it's coming. I know it's coming.
Yeah, man.
I have been watching so many people just fail at that game.
I gotta tear myself away from it long enough to make a font for it, but
seriously.
Well, there was a guy I watched. He was Twitch streaming, and like he was going up. It was like a boss battle or something like that. And you see him watching the cutscene, and I guess the lady goes, "I have never been defeated," and he goes, "Until now," and all of a sudden it goes right into the game, and she kills him in one hit, and he's just like. Just complete stun. Just complete.
Yeah, I saw that. That was pretty funny.
I watched that. Like, oh my god, I will never play that game.
Still undefeated.
It's like
Yeah,
psychological warfare from the developers. Like it builds you up, and you're like, I'm gonna get it this time, and you put all your buffs on your character, and you go charging in there, and then you just get one-shotted. And you're just standing there, just. I guess I'm not doing it this time. Like
I've seen one person get hit a few times by a boss. She backs off to heal, and she's like, you see her scrolling through things to get her heal, and a freaking goat comes out of nowhere off the side of her screen and bucks her, and just takes that last bit of damage on her off, and she's like. Are you kidding me? I got beat by the goat.
Literally. So I'm definitely I'm expecting some sort of Elden Ring, something from Harry at some point. Like
I'll get to it.
Because you're gonna hit that content where it's like, ooh, that's a good hum, and that's a good swing, and that's a good clash, and it's gonna be. I know it's gonna be good. I'm in the middle of like 5 different games right now. Seriously, like I'm in the middle of that one. I started Strangers of Paradise today. I started Fire Emblem Heroes. I started Dragon Quest, or Fire Emblem Warriors Dragon Quest Heroes. Like, oh my god. And this is like 25% of the reason why I'm not relaunched yet, because I'm trying, because I'm still playing games and shit, and it's like.
I just finished. I just platinum Ghost of Tsushima the other day. Oh, that's a proper game.
I have not played it, but I have seen it played, and it looks amazing.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. There's an old font, a legacy font that I did a long time ago. It's called Silverwind, and I need to bring that back to life properly. Like I really do. Like I really need a proper spiritual samurai shogun sort of font. You know what I'm saying? Craig Kenobi.
Honestly, play that game to get that game will inspire you so much. Between going around and doing like haikus. Mm-hmm. One of the things you go around and you make these haikus and like, oh, they're so. I could just listen to this game, just spout off these haikus all day long.
You talking about Tsushima?
Yeah.
And then Elden Ring has its haikus.
Class.
Yeah.
Where you run around and it's always just the same message. It says, "Why is it always rump?" Or you'll come up to a crab and it says, "Is this dog?" Like the messages in that game is like a comedic element that keeps me wanting to play it more.
I just get the feeling that we're once again approaching a time in our sound making abilities where either we're going to attack something that's already been done 1,000 times, but we're going to put our own spin on it, or we're going to be heavily attacking game and anime content. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with attacking game and anime content, because a large majority of our fan base are game and anime people. Game people of some sort. Either they're GTA first-person shooter, COD players, or they're hella nerds like me who get lost in Final Fantasy.
Do a Halo energy sword.
Yeah, that one's been done by least. I want to say, okay, so I know for a fact Novastar's done it. I know for a fact that Juan's done it. I know for a fact a couple of the later folks have done it. But I mean, look.
Yeah, never mind that.
It can be layered with anything. And there's brand new Halo content that it could be done with. So I'm heavily surprised that Link hasn't jumped on, because he's like the biggest Halo fan I know.
I love Halo.
Well, we've got flat NeoPixel blades now with the Dark Saber, so it's only a matter of time before we get an actual energy sword.
I know.
Somebody out there, come on, make it.
Because there's an anime font that I've got that's going to be coming out probably within the next month or so that I'm dropping. And it's like not even a very well-known anime to the mainstream people, but it's been kind of a passion project I wanted to attack for years now. As a matter of fact, our boy Will from Dark Alliance Customs is going to be creating from scratch the Sword of Light that I'm going to be making a font for with his crafting techniques. So that's going to be literally the only one in the world that's going to be done like that. It's literally one of a kind. So I'm super freaking excited for that.
That dude got talent up the wazoo.
You're not even kidding. Matter of fact, I dropped him a message to see if he wanted to jump in and join us, but he hasn't responded because he's actually working on. He's got Harry Potter wand stuff going right now.
I saw those were really cool too.
I know, dude. You want to talk about untapped talent and potential? Will needs all the business.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously. Max says, I always got ideas for fonts, mostly animated characters, sometimes other movies and stuff. Got an idea based on a very underrated movie I always wanted to do our commission. Oh, Max, you got a message, one of us. Probably bring it to life. Yeah. My return will herald the next. I'm going to be having content coming out all the way through the end of Kenobi, and then probably for weeks, and then I'll finish the year off with some passion projects that are just going to get all my attention. And a lot of it is going to be utilizing a combination of things. Like you guys know the Gentleman Jedi Ian. He's been featured in a few font makers fonts as of late. You don't even know it's him. You don't even know it's him. And to be God honest with you guys, ever since doing Anger and Lust for Power, I've had more fun creating fonts with people impersonating actors than I have trying to get clean rips of the real lines, because it's all been done. But if you can get a super great impersonator saying a line that you want them to say but they never said it, dude, come on. Let's go.
Oh yeah. If you have something that you want done.
Basically, Obi-Wan. Hello there.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've got, with that talent that you have out there, there's so many guys out here now that I know
Master Maul. Freaking yeah. Yeah, did you
Really
guys hear?
good.
Did you guys hear Preston's version of the Jedi Maul?
I have not yet.
Yeah, go check that out, man. That's hotness. Freaking amazing stuff. Oh man. I was gonna say, Jeremy, what's on your bench aside from what you're currently doing? Hey, did you ever get those parts for the Aurora? Those Aurora parts that you said you were
No,
gonna
not
be-
yet.
Not yet.
I have to make them from scratch in order to actually do it. So,
Gotcha.
in order to make something good,
Cheeto!
I think. So, I mean, right now I have. Oh, I think I got it over here. I need to get another Graflex camera because right now I've just got the Vader one on here. Right.
See, that's
And I
not,
got another pommel that I have to work to get.
that's not
But actually,
far
I'm
off.
going to use this one and do something with it. So
Bro, that's not far off in diameter from this. It really isn't.
it's a 1 inch up to here. A 1 inch all the way up through here. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, more for the emitter. I have to make something from scratch. So
Yeah. Well, in exactly 2 months from today, literally exactly 2 months from today, I will be attending MegaCon, and believe it or not, Vader's Vault will be there. The whole team, they will all be there.
Nice.
So I'll probably pop by their booth and shake hands and say hello and look at some of their RTS that they got there. As a matter of fact, at this particular convention, did you guys know that almost every Saber company is there? The mainstreams. The only one that's not there is DX. Ultra Sabers is there. Saber Forge is there. And the Vault is there. There are all three of them there. But Alan and Dion are the only owners who show up and actually do the con. Phil doesn't come, and neither does Amory. Amory from Art Sabers.
I will say, because they only do the Calgary ones. When they do them, Dave Craswell does show up. He shows up and does the con in Calgary. Same with Rob Petcow.
Oh man, how cool would that be to meet Rob?
Oh, I've met him so many times. He was my introduction to higher end sabers.
Yeah,
because I only knew about. Well, I only knew about the Master Replica stuff, right? And then I go to the Comic-Con because I used to work at the Comic-Con as a volunteer. I would volunteer at the autograph lines, and when you went on your break, I would wander the thing, and I see Genesis Custom Sabers. And when he had a tiny, small booth at the time. This was probably around the time of NeoPixel was never around.
Yeah.
This was
so we're in Legacy era still.
This was Legacy era. This was like I think it was Crystal. I think he was using the Crystal Shard 3.0 or something like that.
Okay, so we were about at Focus 7.5, right?
Something like that, yeah. It was like a couple years later we got the NeoPixel time, right? But yeah, he showed me those. I'm like, yes, I got sticker shock on like the pricing of them, but they were still beautiful. Like, oh my god, gorgeous sabers. And then as the years went by, I kept working it, and I started doing stuff in the community, and I've talked with him a few times. He actually helped me with a bunch of my etching, as far as like, giving me tips on how to do some etching. And he actually sold, he actually has had one of, when he's painting the Nerf guns and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And putting, like, I think it was the blaster cores in them or something like that. Yeah, one of them's mine.
No kidding.
He's like, look, he was looking for a Nerf gun. I'm like, dude, I got a bunch of Nerf guns in my basement. Do you want them? He was like, sure. Came, dropped by, picked it up. The next con, I saw it up on the wall, up on his wall with the blaster core all painted up and everything. It was really cool. So,
be like, hey, I'm gonna need that Nerf gun back.
Max says got PHX fan fusion looking. Oh, okay. So Max is going to be cosplaying in ROTJ Luke. Eventually going to do a Revenge of the Sith Kenobi. Now check this out. Now a lot of people don't know this yet, but I'm actually going to be cosplaying for the very first time in my whole life.
I'm excited to see that, dude.
Well, that's why I've got the Kenobi beard, the Episode 3 Kenobi beard coming in. It's I want to say it's there because Ewan like had it light on the sides, but it was real thick in the stash and the goatee, so just needs a good brown or like a reddish brown, and then I think I'm good to go.
I will reclaim it.
I will reclaim it.
No, I'm
my game's all the way down.
So, but yeah, man, oh,
I know eventually I'm gonna be going as Revan when I get around to getting all my.
I saw a good guy at this guy with a full Revan costume.
Mm-hmm.
I think the last time I was at the Comic-Con, and his looked awesome. It was actually the first time I saw Vader's Vault Saber as well, because he had Vader's Vault Revan Saber, which I own one. And it's okay. It's not great. But,
it's very small. So when I met them about 3 years, was it 2 years ago? 3 years ago. 3 years ago. I took my son with me, and they had one there, but it was CFX wasn't installed and everything yet. Yes. And my son and I got to hold that saber, and I got to tell you, it was very small. That
is really tiny.
Yeah, it was almost like holding this. Like, but the grip was good. Like it handled well. But my gosh, I've never really held such a small lightsaber before. So, that's really saying something. Like I really didn't. I wasn't prepared for that.
This is a Saber Forge.
Yeah.
Saber, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's quite the difference.
They're just practically the same size. Right? Although the Saber Forge feels a lot bulkier.
Does it feel bulkier or is it bulkier?
It is bulkier, I find. The metal's a little thicker.
I don't know. I guess it really just depends upon your source material. Like you could go off the original game and do it that way. If you look at the comics, it is much larger because I mean, he's holding it like in the middle and it's still coming out this much from his hand. So
now,
I mean, it's a
comparison between this one and the one I'm doing, because I'm working on a Revan with a full crystal chamber and everything.
No AV switch. Oh, that's right. Okay, new Revans.
This is I think it's Texas Custom Sabers Revan that I'm
wow. Is he still around?
I don't know. So this is my Revan that I'm working on. Right? It's long.
Oh man, that's super
But
skinny.
it's got a little more. I got Phil Guinness's switches, but I've put them in their sort of angled spots on them. But the comparison,
Yeah.
right?
Oh wow, yeah.
Like mine's bulky and
See that
huge,
the
right?
Texas Custom Sabers is what I'm used to as far as length goes.
Like this one, once it's done, it's got this cut, and it's going to have a crystal chamber reveal, and that's the full crystal chamber inside of it. So yeah, I'm working on that. So it's kind of a nice unscrew everything, but chamber will be seen through here.
Jeez Louise, that's gonna be nice.
Once it's done. So
I guess that's what's nice about Revan Sabers is that there's so much source material on it. You really can't go wrong. You can go small, like they did at the Vault. You can go, the route of the comic book where it's a bit larger. You can go the route of the look from the original game. I mean, unless it's like a U.S. baseball bat, you really can't get the Revan wrong.
The only thing is, like, I find just depends on what, I guess. How everybody says there's the whole thing. Ultra sabers are huge, right? I just
a lot of them are.
They are. I just happen to be watching the video, one of the videos where Emery was showing off one.
Emery.
And Emery's hands are huge.
I know.
Right? Like, I'm pretty sure they're probably another inch or so off of each of my fingers. So when in his hands, this thing would be like tiny. Like, this thing's tiny in myself, right? But I mean, my Ultra Saber is not. It's good and comfortable, but in his hand, it actually kind of looks small. So
he's like personal friends with Shaq. Kind of walks into the factory. Over here, Shaquille, we have this Ultra Saber here that you're gonna need to put in your hand. It's gonna fit perfectly.
He sound. This sounds really bad, but he sounds like a Kentucky, like, he sounds like a Kentucky farmer to me. I don't know why. It just, or like
a white suit lawyer,
or kind of like a young Morgan Freeman.
He's like a cross between Morgan Freeman and Cleveland.
Yes, that's what it is.
Hey, Peter. So what we've got here is a lightsaber that's perfectly gonna fit in your hands, okay? And you're gonna be able to cut everything off, and I mean everything. As long as you've got the size, it's gonna be fine.
That was too good.
Size is everything. That's
Size
what
matters.
makes them Ultra.
Size matters.
Oh boy.
Let's see. Oh, and I think our boy Will's going to be able to join us. Woohoo!
Awesome.
And link is in the chat.
What's up, Link?
Link.
And tomorrow, if you guys tune into the Harry Solofont's channel, you will find this guy, and this guy, and that guy, and Juan Sith together once again for another chill stream.
Nice.
That was a fun freaking stream. And Juan Sith, my gosh, what an interesting cat. Like,
I just like hearing four font guys talk about fonts. It's just
he
awesome
did that so unashamed. He's like, I will do this, and I'm gonna get this, and this is accurate this way, and that's how it's gonna be. Boom. And I'm like, got you, Juan. And y'all say hello to Will.
What's up, Will?
Will.
Hi guys. Apparently my sound's out for some reason.
Uh-oh.
What up, dude?
I don't know what's going on.
Dude, we were just bragging about your Harry Potter ones earlier.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
I can't hear you at all.
Ah, crap.
What the heck's going on?
Hold on. Let me type into the... I'm going to type him on Facebook real quick. Harry, carry on.
Oh my god, that was throwback. Oh my god. What do you do?
I can't hear anything. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh man. Well, technical difficulties on Will's end there. I blame StreamYard.
Yeah.
Thinking maybe if I came out and went back in, it might fix it. I don't know.
Are you on Bluetooth on your car? Maybe. car Bluetooth?
It's possible.
Possibly.
Possibly.
Oh man.
I'm gonna
Jump out, jump back in. That's why I hate StreamYard on the phones.
Oh, hey, he's actually on the phone, so.
I'm on the phone.
Well, that's great for you guys, but StreamYard hates me on my phone.
Yeah, sometimes mine does wonky stuff.
There we go. Okay, he's messaging me. How do I do that? Shoot.
So are you guys excited about seeing, like, well, we're going to have new Inquisitors, so we'll probably have new Sabers.
You know what blew me? Honestly, you know what blows me away about that? And honestly, I should have expected it, but the day that trailer dropped, right?
Yeah.
Within 1 hour, the groups already had close-ups of a
Green
still
clips.
frame of the show, and they're like, "So we're going to be putting this out pretty soon," and I'm like, "It's just a trailer. It's like the show's not even out yet." And y'all are like,
sorry. I don't know what's going on. It's not working.
Hey, within
I've tried changing the audio settings, but nothing's working.
within a week, I had a PVC version of Cal Kestis Saber out. Like I'd finished it. It was just a prop display type of thing. But...
Well, Aaron, let me back out and I'll try it again, okay?
10-4.
Yeah, but within a week, I had that Saber up and like it's still. This is my metal one, but I had a PVC one done within a week, and all they had was him showing off the. I think it was all you saw was him go, blam, and then like hold it like this.
Yeah.
Right.
The box art shot.
And then it was just the box art. But I had 3 photos to go by, and I made a version of it to come out. So don't ever underestimate how quickly some people can do things. Like,
let's see if this works. All right.
Like, you may not get a mass-produced one, but you'll definitely see someone who's gung-ho enough to get one done.
Yeah.
All right, can you hear us now, dude?
Can you hear me now?
Good. Still nothing?
Bueller.
Yeah, I
Hey,
got
what's
you
up,
there
Ian?
now. Hey, sorry, my phone was acting weird. So what's going on, guys?
Nah,
It
you're
happened.
good, man. And then,
It's the
and then we
gremlins.
lost the connection. Damn it.
Oh,
Oh, wait for it.
it's the gremlins.
There we go.
All right.
No, dude, I was telling you earlier, we were bragging about your Harry Potter ones. How have those been going?
Oh, they've been going good, actually. I've got a few sold. Cameron Ingalls and 2 other people bought a couple of them off me recently.
Sweet.
Yeah. And I've got a stage cosplay group that does like Harry Potter reenactments. They're ordering 25 of them from me next month.
Damn, nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I just happened to bump into the person that wanted to order from me. They're like, well, I've heard about you, but I not being able to find where you're at. And I told them, who I was and where to go. And they went on to my Facebook profile and they're like, yeah, I heard you were in the area. So I'm like, okay. So whoever does their prop and costume stuff is supposed to get up with me next month.
Oh, that's awesome.
Heck yeah.
And I'm actually here waiting to pick up my wife from work, but I brought something with me because I knew you guys are going to be on tonight, and I thought maybe I could take a picture of it, send it to you while you're on the on the podcast. But I received an emitter this morning from Kyber Light, and I've already started working on the neck and the body of it.
Ooh.
Oh,
Very nice.
Very cool.
Sharp.
Yeah, the next section I machined. Took me about 30 minutes to machine the next section, and then the coupler here, and then the rest of the body I'm going to work on later on tomorrow.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
bro, that
yeah.
is
I've been I've been challenged to do more metal sabers instead of so much bone. So I was like, okay, I'll try it out. Oh, and Aaron, you remember me talking about the Ghostbuster Proton Saber?
Yes.
It's in the works. I've got someone 3D printing the body for me. And because right now I can only do the 3D printed body, but it's made out of heavy impact plastic, the really heavy duty stuff. Until I can find somebody to do an actual machined metal body for it, it's going to have to be that for now. But it's in the works. I've got 2 prototypes coming. He said it'll probably be at the end of next month.
Dude, the next time I have you on, if you can find them, I need some stills of your old Ghostbusters packs and guns and everything. Cause
I've got one video, unfortunately.
I still have it. I think it's on the phone somewhere, but I was wondering if you had stills, because man, that was freaking amazing.
The computer that had all my good stuff on it, had all my stuff from when I was working in the movie studio and everything, got taken. So I don't have anything left. And I didn't back it up. I was an idiot. I did not back it up.
It's all right. You got new stuff on the way, so it's all good.
Straight down. Straight down. Yeah, you just keep on going down. It should either be on the right or left. I'm not sure.
How do I get back on that?
Giving directions. Yeah, dude. His Ghostbuster stuff was like absolutely nuts. Let me take him off mute.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I worked hard on that. That year, that was between 2010 and 2012. I did 4 Proton Packs that year, and I did 2 Ghost Traps, and somebody had found some, I guess, 3D renderings of the PKE meter, and they sent them to someone and had them cast out of aluminum. And I got sent one of those, and I installed. Wasn't exactly a Raspberry. It was similar to a Raspberry Pi, but it was like a cheaper model. He sent everything to me, and I just installed it, and it was really nice. It was really nice. He sent me some what are they called? There were some Takahashi. I think the company was named Takahashi, but they do the animatronic actuators and stuff, the really small ones. He sent me 2 of those, and it took me a month to figure out how to put all that together, because I'd never done anything like that before. That was a bitch to get in there.
Now, do you have plans eventually to create the entire pack plus the gun with like the more modern boards and just like speaker hookups and everything to get the full effect? You're gonna be doing that again sometime?
There's I think his name's like Dillatron or something like that. He makes some beautiful, absolutely gorgeous screen accurate shells for the pack and for the Neutrino wand. And he only makes a few a year, but if you're a company and you buy them in bulk, he usually does. He usually sell between 6 to 10 of them, depending on how much you're willing to invest into it. Because he's not trying to do a huge amount, but if I can get my hands on a couple of those, I'm definitely going to do them out and sell them. And me, Aaron, I don't sell my stuff extremely expensive, but these I have to.
Well, I mean, for the limited run, I mean, for as much as you'd have to put out to get that bulk of 6 or 7, you'd have to flip 6 or 7 complete packs, and yeah, but dude, your profit margin on that, I mean, you're gonna be in the thousands, bro, thousands. Yeah. So,
well,
I
mean,
it's worth it. It's 100% worth it.
Well, to be perfectly honest, the Proton Pack was the very first prop I ever built, and it was just made out of wood and and cardboard and Sintra, and it didn't even work. I just had like tape and stuff to make it look like it had lights in it, but it was really bad, really bad. I think I was 14 when I did it, but that's always been a staple for me is Ghostbusters, and I would love.
You got set on the path with that.
When you were talking earlier about, I think it was Jeff that was talking about the out of universe stuff. I would love to have someone do a full Ghostbusters 1, 2, and 3 sound font that has a little mixture of all 3 in it, with some of the new sound effects from the new movie.
I've been working on a Proton Pack 1 like on the side here and there, and I've used elements from the old films, from the new films, and then actually from the Phoenix pack that was in the video game.
Oh, nice.
So
okay.
There's a little bit of all 3 kind of melded into that one.
I was going to say, I bet those layer beautifully, don't
they? Yes. I would love to hear that, bro. Oh God. If you want to drop it, man, I'll pay for it. Just let me know. I'll snag that thing up quick. Let me know.
Say, sign me up.
Yeah. All right. Just hang on a second, okay? I want to show y'all something.
Oh my God. Nice.
Actually, I got my Proton Pack loaded up on my Saber right now. If y'all want to hear a little tease of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm all about the Ghostbuster life. Absolutely, 100%. Say no more. Just the activation just gave me a hard on. I'm sorry. Yes, I'll take it. I will take it. Yes, absolutely. Let me know. That was beautiful.
I'll let you know.
The placement of those files was spot on, dude. Very nice.
Thanks, man. That's a fun one. I love Ghostbusters.
Yeah. I gotta do.
I was excited when they were remaking it or like making the new one, and here's the thing. I look at a lot of things, especially through my kids. I wasn't sure how my kids would like the new Ghostbusters.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter came home, and we have watched Ghostbusters 1 and 2 on Netflix probably about 20 times since we went to the theaters to watch Afterlife.
That's impressive.
Oh, man.
And here's the other thing. Here's the thing, though. How I know they did it right. I have asked if she's wanted to watch their Ghostbusters one, the one with, Kristen Wiig and everything. She said no. She wanted to identify more with. She identifies more with Afterlife, right? The girl from Afterlife than she does.
That makes sense.
Which, hey, no offense to the other one, and it's fine that they did it, but holy crap, like my kid watching Afterlife, she loves it, right?
The story of the game, is that considered canon in the lore? Because it literally follows 2 perfectly. Like the game could be Ghostbusters 3.
Well,
I played all the way through it.
That game is, because also that game brings out story about a character from the first movie that makes the first movie so much better. And that is what's his name? William Aderton's character, the conservative guy. The guy who tells him to shut that down. Right?
Walter Peck.
Walter Peck. You find out this is a spoiler for the game, but the game came out so long ago.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
He is the main villain in the Ghostbusters game. He is a Gozer worshiper.
Mm.
You find that out in the game that he purposely shut it. He did everything he can to shut that down so Gozer would be released.
And she comes back anyway.
Wow.
So I'm sitting there going, watching the game going, are you kidding me? Why was this never in the movies? Like, also, it would have been better in the sequel too.
And it's the very last Ghostbusters material that Harold Ramis was in, and all of it was done so well.
He and Dan Aykroyd wrote it.
Yeah.
The game was written by Harold Ramis and Dan Aykroyd. Everybody, including William Aderton, came back to voice the characters.
Yep.
Right?
All of them.
I watched that movie going, holy crap, this is awesome. Why was this never made into
an actual flick? Yeah.
A flick.
Yeah, I played it on PS3 when it first came out. And then I found it on the Xbox store, the Microsoft store on my Series X, and I just straight bought it. I wasn't gonna wait for it to drop. I literally just took the funds and bought the freaking game, and I'm glad I did because
I played that game when it first came out. It was a day one when it originally came out on the Xbox 360. I was like, bought that game. I played through, beat that game.
We're due for a new one.
The thing is, no one else. I was probably one of the few people that, like, it didn't do very well in Europe, I don't think, when it first came out.
Which is a shame because it was that's an A+ game for me.
Oh, the sound design and the switching of different proton packs between you being able to use the proton pack, the freaking slime gun or whatever, a few other like different versions of it. So damn good.
You know what does it for me? And this is what almost brought a freaking tear to my eye in the theater. I didn't wait. I actually went and saw the new one in the theater. To many people, Ghostbusters is the theme song. Like, you know, that not to me. Not to me. Ghostbusters will always be that nice. Oh my god, when that hits, I'm like,
well, also the thing that got me was like they played with a few of the tropes from the original one.
Yeah.
Like the Keymaster, played by Tully, always getting locked out of his building, right? But he's the Keymaster, right? Well, they kind of played on it with the new one with the what's his name, basically fumbling for his keys all the time.
Where was Rick Moranis during this movie? Oh my god.
He's still retired. And it would have been lovely to have him back. But honestly, I get why he left. Like
yeah, I know his story, and it's very, very sad.
And I honestly, I love the stuff that he's in. I will watch Spaceballs through the wazoo, but like,
yeah,
I will. It's one of those things. Like, if he comes back, awesome. I'll be there for it. If he doesn't, he's got the classics out there that are just so good. His stuff
Rick Moranis has been in just about all of my favorite stuff. He's been in Spaceballs. He's been in Little Shop of Horrors. Come on, Little Shop of Horrors. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yep.
Freaking Ghostbusters. Like, you can't go wrong with those flicks, man. You can't.
Bob and Doug McKenzie.
He's
always the Bob and Doug McKenzie stuff is still, as a Canadian, some of my favorite stuff.
Now, regrettably, I have to admit I haven't seen those. Regrettably.
Okay, here's the thing. Bob and Doug McKenzie. You know how you get the tropes of Canadian vocabulary. How's it going, eh? Hoser? Hey,
Yep.
They are basically like taking that trope and running with it.
Really?
Oh, hey, pass the beers, eh? Oh, you know, what are you doing? Oh, hey, get out of my beer. Like it's basically it's entire stuff done like that, right?
Oh my gosh.
But it was like that. That's like that was it was. It's one of those things that's like it's to Canadians. It's like Wayne's World and all that sort of stuff, like classic SNL.
Oh,
that
dude.
was classic SCTV.
You know, Mike Myers is another one who kind of just dropped off the face of the earth after he was done with Austin Powers, you know?
Well, he did the Love Guru, and then
He did a lot of voice acting work, though.
I only saw him
Shrek.
in one movie since the Love Guru, and that was the Queen movie.
Mm.
And he's almost unrecognizable.
Sorry to interrupt, but I've got to get going. My wife just got off work, and we got to get to the house and get the little one to bed. Well, thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. I'll talk to you
Hello.
soon.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
Later, Will.
Yeah. Bye, man.
Look,
always
if you
good to
ever
have
want to, a staple for Canadians, especially around Christmas time, is Bob and Doug McKenzie's 12 Days of Christmas. If you ever have a chance to look that up, you will not be disappointed. On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a beer.
Just a beer.
On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 turtlenecks and a beer.
I've got to find that.
3 French toast, 2 turtleneck,
And a beer.
5 golden toques.
Toofuses.
So yeah,
Oh, man.
if you're looking for fun, it's classic stuff, that one. So
I feel like if I ask my dad about it, he'll have seen them all. I get the feeling. Like, I could probably hit him up, and he'll probably be like, oh, son, that's classic stuff. We'll watch it soon. You know, I can totally hear him saying that.
honestly, I'm watching Disney Plus has all of MASH.
Really?
Yes. Well, I don't know how Disney Plus in the States does, but up here we have all of MASH on Disney. So
can one of you two check Disney Plus really quick to see if it's there? Because if it's there, that's gonna blow me away.
Hold on.
So I have been making my way through MASH right now.
And Crystal.
I've finished season 1. I'm on to season 2 right now. The other thing is, though, in Canada we have Star associated with Disney, so
okay.
I don't know if it's part of Star or part of Disney, but
It's a possibility. Straight up can't with that. Oh man. Where are we at?
Okay, search.
All right. So when they find that, so what we're going to do at this point, everybody, we the gentleman on the screen, we're going to go into after party time. Like I said, tonight wasn't too big a deal. We just kind of wanted to touch base, and I didn't think so. We just kind of wanted to touch base and chill out and talk a little bit of Kenobi, and if y'all are looking for some good font maker conversation tomorrow at about Harry 4 p.m. Eastern time, or do you want to run it a little later?
No MASH.
Oh, that sucks. Sorry, guys.
5
good.
Eastern, 2 Pacific.
Got us all hopeful.
Okay. So tomorrow at 5 Eastern time, you'll find on Harry's channel another font maker stream, which will include Juan Sith and Repulse and myself. And that is going to be a crap ton of fun because we'll be talking more stuff. I knew it. I freaking knew it. Jeff knows. Jeff knows.
It's the letter Kenny of the 80s.
Yep, exactly.
I love Letterkenny.
Amazing. All right, you guys. Well, listen. From Harry Solofonts, from Moon's Custom Armory, and from Mr. Aaron, and from myself, may the fours be with you. We'll catch you on the next Suspects in about 2 or so weeks. And I'm hoping that by that time, the grand launch will have happened. So y'all take care, and we'll catch you on the next stream.
Bye.
See you later.